What is going on, guys? Welcome back. So here we go. This session is being recorded. Like in the previous one, it wasn't because we ran out of space in the streaming software, but now I've taken care of it. Thanks to Gekta pointing it out, which was fantastic, and now we are back. Yay! Yes, raw coders all the way. Welcome back, Tory Little Phil. Good to have you, mate. Right, here we go, Governor. Let's get right into the action, which is coding. Right, so I'm just gonna pick off where we left off yesterday. Not yesterday. Actually, I'm not. I just real. I was opening my Jira and I just real realized that hang on, I didn't even share my screen. Interesting. I guess I'm still in a weekend mode. All right, here we go. There we go. That's our screen there. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up where we left, and just so you know again that one of the raw coder, which is Kartik, he's not available today because he's got his assignment commitment. So I'll be trying my best to code and entertain you guys as well. All right. So let's get, and I would have to make sure I'm keeping my eye on the chat as well. So there's a bit of multitasking to do, I would say. That's my thing. Actually, I'm gonna go in there. Yeah. Jira. No, not that one. My Gmail. That one. There we go. There we go. Brilliant. Autofill. Ah, it was this one. Right. Cool. Brilliant. Here we go. Anyone send chat? Haha. Or is it already Leo Phil? You got a real head scratcher? Well, how about you get some Panadol, mate, or paracetamol? I'm just kidding. Um, you you have a class in you push a new instance of the class to an array. Is that a question or you're kind of? Yeah, I know you're feeling, mate. Yeah, nowadays those are the best choices, aren't they? All right, so I'm just making sure. Yes, I am sharing my screen. Cool. So this is where we are at the moment. We are working on the validation part. So yes, as in on Friday, we did all these free validations. So board ID and no ID must be alphanumeric. Topic must not be empty, and topic must be a string. So I tested this on Friday, but um, and this was working, so we got to move on. I'm just gonna think a little more, as in if we need any more validation for the updating of the notes. Already how to filter out the instance from the array. It's pretty weird. I see. I'll probably have to if you need my help, I would have to have a look at that offline. If you're still available, Tori. Yeah. So yeah, it is pretty weird when it comes to arrays. Right. So I'm just gonna think of any more validations that can be done for the updating of the notes. To get specific note, that's the one. Actually, I'm gonna do. Which branch am I on? I am on read. Okay, yes, I push this one, so I need to switch. to stable backend. Uh, can't even spell backend now. Wow. Let's switch backend. Cool. And get pull. There we go. Wow. Okay, two files changed. Brilliant. Um, I'm just gonna do go back and forth here as because I want to keep an eye on the chat as well. It's probably a good thing to know I can do it and I don't know why it works. Why are you classing with JS instead of more functional approach? It came up when I was coding somewhere after. All right, yeah, it's good. GetDev is helping Tori. Thank you very much, GetDev. Shall focus on getting the functionality done of this one. All right. Right. So we actually, since I've got two new file, which means that I did a merge between, as in my other branch and this branch. I just want to check if the updating of the note is still working fine. So I would go to update specific note. Yeah, that's the one. Brilliant. So let's just make sure because I did a merge uh, remotely and actually not me, but one of my senior friends. They co-reviewed and then did a merge. So I'm just gonna because it's a good sign they didn't crash because I that means that I don't have any merge conflicts. I'm just gonna go and check if my updating of the nose functionality that I've done is working as well. So there we go. Open up. Actually, I'm gonna deploy this. Yeah, I need to deploy this. Which branch am I on now? I'm on stable backend. Perfect. So do a SAM build, and this will deploy the SAM app. All right, cool. So that's been deployed, and now I'm gonna do some no, not guided. Let's do this. Oops, I need my terminal. Not that one, that one. Okay, actually, I'm gonna do the other command which actually hides it. Pm deploy guided. Cool. There we go, and do a screen R to set all the things. So Scrambler API Zane. Yeah, that's the one in that region. Yes, yes, yes. Save arguments, yes. And then Sam Tomo, save everything to that. Right, so that's just deploying now. Keeping an eye on it. I like that Tory Leofield. No much conflicts. Call it a day, which is very really rare, isn't it? As in if you don't have any merge conflicts. Right. Okay. Deploy this chain set. There you go. It's deploying everything now in there. Okay, cool. So since it's been deployed, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, I want to get all boards. There you go. These are my boards, and I'm gonna actually take this one and go to ah no, not in this portion. I need to create a separate one. Post a note. Here we go. Yeah. So in that one, I wanna do this and notes. So if I already have a note, which is, yeah, I already have a note. Um, so I want to update this notes topic to update that notes topic to say, yeah, why not? Actually, 1, 2, 3, which is in a string. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is a string. Let's see if that works. Uh-oh, where did I go wrong? Interesting. Cannot find post. Um, that one is right. Board. There's that one. Note. Is that even the right one? Note ID. Ah, right. That's my fault. It should have been patch. Ah, that's my fault. Yeah, completely me. So I'm gonna copy this, patch a note. There we go. Do that, and this should give me 1, 2, 3. So instead of instead of 1, 2, 3 as an integer, I should see 1, 2, 3 as a string. Okay, in that note, which is just to confirm, is 942 and B47. B47 942. Let's have a look if that happens. Bingo. Right. Let's go back now and see if this topic changed to a string. Uh, get all boards. There you go. That changed to a string. That's brilliant. All right. So now what I need to check if I give the board ID and the note ID is not alphanumeric. Okay. So I'm gonna do a patch. Say instead of a 3, I add in a dollar sign, and instead of a 5 here, I add in a dollar sign as well. And this should give me an error, which is ID is invalid. All right, let's go and have a look. Yay, ID is invalid. That's brilliant. Now just keep an eye on the chat and see what's happening. Uh, Torilio field. I think I have an answer to my own question now. I think answer is the object reference or referential equality webs. Uh, that's pretty good, Troy Littlefield. Good to hear that you have actually found the answer to your own question, mate. Well done. All right, let's go back to where we were in action mode. Du-du-du, du-du-du-du-du-du. Actually, shall I a- add a bit of a background music as well? What you guys reckon? Okay, that scenario is done. Okay, so now we need to test if topic isn't a string. Okay, so if I pass in an integer, it should not go through, or it's not empty. So if I pass it as an integer, which is 1, 2, 3. It should not go through. Actually, I'll change the board name as well to be valid. Okay, now this one should not go through. Alright, let's see. Topic is not valid. Brilliant. So here you can see that came in topic isn't valid because it wasn't a string here, it was an integer. Cool. So now that one was done. Board ID is done. Topic must not be empty. Alright, cool. Now let's have a look at um sing and code at the same time. That's challenge. Oh, trust me, Tori Littlefield, you don't want to hear me singing. I would actually break my MacBook Pro screen and all the windows near me if I even start. Alright, cool. So give it and let's not give it anything. Alright, so if I go back in that one and this one um is not empty, so this one should it go through? Let's check if it should go through. Yeah, it doesn't go through, which is empty, so we don't have anything to update. Brilliant, as in anything with update. Alright, seems like all our validation for update notes are working. Hooray! Brilliant. Alright, so what other validation, if any, can we put on update note? We did alphanumeric text for note string, yeah, and it shouldn't be empty, which is fine. And then we need to check. I'm just checking that if the board is there or not. Yeah. I need to add another one that if the board given is actually present. Yeah, we need to add that one as well. Yeah, some buttons you can press to play sound effects. You can just record your voice to the button. That's actually a pretty good idea, but I will not do that. No way. I don't want to be embarrassed internationally. Because I've got a feeling that our viewers are as in everywhere, as in internationally now. So I don't want to be embarrassed for a little field. Alright, so I'm gonna add another scenario here, which would be do okay, that one would be the board has to be present. The board has to be present in the DB database. Yeah, there we go. That's another scenario that we can work on. Alright, I'll turn this to a in progress. Hey, brilliant. Actually in progress and assign it to myself. The board has to be present in the DB. Cool. So let's implement that scenario now. Any comments until now? No, no comments, which is very nice because that means I'm not missing out on any comments of you guys, which is brilliant. All right. What was that? What was I gonna say? Where was I? Ah, yeah. We need to code the scenario in which the board isn't isn't found, as in the board or the note isn't found. Yeah, and right. Um. du- 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 Ah, actually, I just remembered another task that we can actually do. Um, change all the for loops to use find in the backend. Here we go. And this is exactly why choosing this kind of project management as in Kanban board, which Jira is really useful because I can remember things if they're need done, and I can just log them straight here, which means that I don't have to keep those kind of things in my mind. I can just convert it on the board. It's always there then, and then I can just focus my brain to code, which is a fairly helpful way that I've found they can um, boost my productivity. Right, cool. So let's go back and okay, so board isn't, so we need to make sure board is there and board and note is is there. Hang on, so if I did I not do this here? Okay, so it's just checking for alphanumeric. Cool. But I want to check if they are actually present. Cool. Right. So if board ID is that one, that one, that one. How would that be? Interesting. So if the board ID is actually alphanumeric, but the board isn't present there. Let's see how can we accomplish that. Actually, I did accomplish it over there. Board, actually board is not present in parameters, no. Board ID is not valid, no. Yeah, this one, boards, item length. Okay, so we need to get this one. Board item length, cool. Okay, so in that one update, are we just getting one board or okay, cool. So if that, so we need to check for if the board, if this object is not there. All right, so switch. I would say on board. Um, item length is equal to 0. Then what do I want to do? I want to do if it's true, and the case for false as well. Okay, and then default it. Okay, so what do I want to do if it's true? As in if there's no board. So I just want to return the error saying 404, which is the status HTTP status code for not found, and then I'm gonna return the error no board not found in DB. Actually, board not found. Oh, just a board not found. Yeah, it's easier to really instead of board not found in database, because I think this user won't really care about the database. All they need to know that is the board there or not, which is if it's there, board's found. If it's not, board not found. Simple as that. All right. So in the case of default, we're not doing anything, and we're just returning. So as soon as let me just check. Okay, no comments yet, so we can still continue and do it. Du- 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 du. So board and note is not there. Hmm. Board not found. And then we also have to check if the note is not found as well. Alright, board not present. And then come. Actually, I'm gonna test this one first and then go back to that one. The other one. Note not present. I was just talking to my other half. So yeah, seems everything is good. So let's focus. Focusing, focus, focus. Right. Okay, so let's test this scenario now. So if the board isn't there, then we should throw this arrow. Okay, so I'm gonna build it and build. There we go. And screen DM Sam deployed guided. Alright, and then screen minus R. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just really curious to see what does screen minus R do? As in exact the what does R stand for in that? What is screen minus R in Sam? Yeah, whatever. Using the screen. No, I don't need that one. In terminal, I should have said. Anyway, screen multiply. Learn to screen. What is minus R? And how to actually I'll come back to that one. I would continue with this because I don't really want to waste any time. Actually, why not we put on some music? Coding music. Da, 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 YouTube. Oh my. Right, let's try this. How is this coming up? Is this a bit too loud? Um, let's. I really hope this music isn't too loud. Can you guys hear it? If you are, can you guide me if it's a bit too loud or not? Um, all right. Actually, is there any control? Uh, Chrome stream music, downstream music extension. I think it must be this one. How do I download stream audio? Content pull audio from. Actually, I'm not gonna waste time on this. I can simply just do the other one. Alright, cool. So let's get back down to the track. Um, there we go. Ha 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 ha. Where were we? So we were testing board not found. So if I give a board that's not, they should throw an error, isn't it? Cool. Let's do that. So say this board is in there. One, two, three, four. Okay, then now this should throw an error. Topic is not okay. Cool. So um, because the topic is already there, it's not coming in there. So if I just give it a valid topic, then it should not upload the, and then it shouldn't update the topic because the board isn't there. So let's see if that's the case. Internal server error. Interesting. Where did we mess up? It shouldn't have done that. Internal server error. Right. Go to my thing. Oh, well, there we go. So I'm just gonna check what was the internal server error and why is it coming, because as soon as that comes, my heart starts beating abnormally, if you know what I mean. Right. Internal server error. There we go. Cloud formation. Oh yeah. Come on, cloud formation. Oh yeah. Come on, cloud formation. Oh yeah. There we go. That's our thing. Resources. That's our Lambda function. Monitor configure. No, I don't need configurations. I need monitor and then view this in CloudWatch. Okay, that was it. And what does the error come up as? Cannot set headers. Cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. Right, can't send the headers after they're sent to the client. Anything? No. Alright, cannot set headers after they're sent to the client. So body. Actually, I'm gonna change this as well. Internal server, right? Does that still give me... Ah, right. So I must have done something correctly because that does work now. Board not found. Oh, yeah, so that is working. Board not found is done as well. And now we need to work on the note not found. Brilliant. So I'm just gonna update this. Done. This to done and change it to that. done, and next status I need is, so what was that to do? Actually in progress, because I'm gonna do this straight away now. In progress, the note must be present in the database. Okay, let's get down to it. Brilliant. Actually, I'm gonna change. Actually, that's fine. I just thought that might change the music, but no, that's fine. Not a problem at all. Cause I'm kind of enjoying this music. Okay, cool. So since I've got the board, which is fine, now we need to go in the note to check if that's present. And I don't like these. And the bit note. Okay, so if note, if that's equal to that one, for every note, okay. So um, actually, I don't even have to check if the note is present in this one, because no, I'll have to check it because I can only know if note is present through this array. Yeah, I'll have to check that one. So I would come here, which should be fairly easy to find. Um, so if I do like board, no, so all the notes are here and note ID is there. Cool. So if I do switch, so I need to find the board ID in that one. The note ID, isn't it? So if I do switch and board ID don't know ID, um, dot length. Yeah, I can do the same for this one, probably. Not length. Dot. And so if this note, if this no, because this will return an object. No, 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 no. Actually, let me check. About this one. So if I do notes, which will give me that one, So note that is on in this index. If the length of that is 0, then I should I shouldn't get anything. I shouldn't proceed. Case true, case false, error return, 4, and then note not found, and then response. Okay, and then return it. Cool. So what this, according to me, should do is it should go and find this note. Uh-oh, no. No, 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 no. You won't go and do this because say if it's a second note, then what's gonna happen? So note, so say it's a third note, okay, and comes here first first note. It checks the first note length is 0, which it will be false. So it should come. It should just keep going. Check the node length, and if the yeah, I think that would be alright. So if the length is not 0, then it will come in this statement, and then check if the ID matches what we have passed, and then it will go for everything. But say we've got a node, say 1, 2, 3. All right, that's the node ID, and if that doesn't exist, then it won't so the node ID length. Okay, so if a node doesn't exist, then um if the object doesn't exist, then it won't come here, right? Anyone texted? No, no one did. Right. Okay. So if the let me just check this one if this might work. So say I've got no 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, all of them are there. This will never be true. Yeah, so there's no point because note will never be true. It, um, it will always be false because all of them have notes here, right? Note. So what we want is with that ID. So I will have to check if the note, if the ID with this object, if the note with this ID object exists. Yeah, do that. Right, so if I do this board I actually note ID, And if I say this ID, say for example, this ID doesn't exist. How to check if the ID exists or not? Equal to, I need to check that. How to check if the ID exists in node. Not in the DOM. I don't want to check if the ID exists. Yeah, JavaScript check if the ID exists. Oh no. So it's saying document get ID, and then if element my element does not exist. Verify on node with a given node exists. I think that is exactly what I need. So you can pass in a load if the object return node doesn't exist. Ah, but that's in Drupal. No, I don't need that. Right, how to check if an element with a specific ID exists? Ah, I can do a null. Probably I can do a null here. Is null probably? No. This won't do it. I need to check if the board ID exists. I mean the note ID exists in there. Uh, duh, 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 duh. So if it's there, if that one, then it comes to this. Actually, I don't even need that because I can simply say so if the board items ID is equal to that one, which say it won't be because 1 to 3 isn't. Yeah, there won't be because say if we pass in 1 to 3 and then no ID doesn't exist, it won't come here. It will just go down and then break. It won't come there. It will just go down and then here we go. We need to put an else here. Break else error return 404 note not found. Okay, and then return. So I'm going through all the board notes. Okay. If it's found, no else break. So it will go in. It will go there. First one, it won't found. Second one, it won't found. Third one, it won't found. Ah, no, not over here, I guess. I need to put it out of the for loop. So that would work as it would go through all of the ones. Okay, right. Um, equal Zafran equals is undefined. What do you mean, Zafran? Can you please el- elaborate on which line, please? Um, so that would so it goes through all the notes. So say there are three notes, come and the note that we are looking for is note 456. Goes through the first one, it doesn't find it. If yeah, and goes back probably yeah, good. It goes bad, doesn't find it, goes back, doesn't find it, and then here the thing has to come. So if it finds it, then it breaks over here. But if it doesn't, so to find if the ID exists in your map. Never mind. I think you did it another way. Right. Cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to think that if the note ID that I've given it to update, if it's not in this array, which it will come here, and if it's no here, it should just go down. And actually, I'm gonna doing this way. Else, no, would this work? I don't think it would, cause if it won't go down this path, it won't. It won't go again. Right. So this can't be here. No. So if the note ID say doesn't exist, it goes through all the notes, and it doesn't exist, then it comes here. Then here, I need to give it some kind of a statement saying that it doesn't um how do I do this? How do I do this? So this would be um if it's not found, where is this ending? So if it is found, only come in this if it does find it. But if it doesn't, um for so it should only come here if it won't find it, otherwise it will break. Uh, t- 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 I'm just thinking how to, how to do if the ID isn't found. Okay, so if I do if actually switch, if I paste, if I do this, items or boolean, and if that note isn't present, note ID, if the note ID, no, that wouldn't do it. So I want to check if the ID that I passed in isn't present in this one. Any comments? Okay, no comments still. Um, so we only wanna do this after we've checked all the notes. So notes don't find that is equal to note ID, but if that note ID if it's there, only then it should come in. So if the note ID is the same, only then update it, which is coming until here. But actually, I'm gonna experiment this, although I know they might not work, but what's harm in trying? Error return 44 note not found res. Okay. I know this might not work because after the first one it will go there and it will just return it. So that, but let's see if that is the case. To find is right. So there we go. That's been deployed. Ah, Okay, that's been deployed. So say this ID is there. Actually, I'm gonna remove everything there to keep it all the same. Okay, so say this ID is in there. 1234, 1234, and it should say not found. No, not found. And if I do take one ID that is there, what does it say then? I need to post some more notes. Note. Um, say the N2 and 3 and 4. Cool. So get all the boards. Okay, so say I wanna do B47, which is already there, and I'm looking for note ID this one. Actually, not the first one. Why am I not arranging it in JSON? It's a lot easier to read. Say I'm doing this one, trying to update it, and I do this patch note. Z, what was that? And 3 updated. And 3 updated. Well, I'm thinking that it might still give a no not found error, but let's see if it does. Yeah, I thought so it would because of that statement there. Cool, so that doesn't clearly doesn't work. Might try triple equals undefined and see what that gives me. Uh, so that this clearly doesn't work. But I did doesn't exist. Hang on, so if it doesn't exist, then it should just come here and give me the no. So if there's ah right, I can do that. I'm not gonna apply that. I'm gonna apply another logic. Bool let is not present. Okay, do this and keep it to false, but actually let is not present equals false. Boolean. How do I define a boolean in Node? Boolean in Node.js. How do I define it? So just do that one and then false. Cool. I was right. Is not present. And then if it's present, then not present equals true. Okay, and then if it comes here, it's not present. And then if is not present is true, then simply add this to that one. Yeah, there you go. If it's not present, then else. Actually, I can do switch statement here as well. Switch is not present. I don't want to use the if statement as much as possible. Okay, it's true. Add this. Send the response. And then return. Actually, if only do that if it's true. If it's true, then that. And then return. If it's false, case false, then give me the error. Simples. So all the case error return 404 notice not notice present is not not found. Actually, I can do that by default. It comes in there. Save a bit of space. Save a line of code. There we go. By default, it will go no found, but if it is present, then it would update the node, the thing, the code. Try. Okay. That one's done. That one's done. Make the code look sexier. Okay, let's check if this works now. I think we're almost there. Excuse me, that was a random one to be honest. Okay, yeah, that looks good to me to be honest. return, and then that one, pulse, return. Oops, forgot to send the response. Yeah, cool. Let's try this and see if it works. Ah, wow, the time literally flies. It's already 10:52. My goodness gracious God. Right, anything yet? Zane makes code sexy again. Yeah, gotta treat the code like a man treats his lady Tori Littlefield. Gotta look after her properly, mate. Then, yeah, it was a bad time, I guess. Bad time of this needs to happen. Right, cool. So let's try this one. Sam deploy. Got it. Yes, yes, that's fine. I'm happy with these. There we go. Brilliant. Let's see if our changes worked or not. We'll find out. Du- 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 du. So if I give it a right, as in a right board, but an incorrect note ID, then it should say note not found. Okay, let's go there on this one. Actually, patch, yeah, on this one it should say now note not found. Note not found, perfect. And if I give it the right one, does it update? And so I'm trying to update M3, update M3, which is 268C. No, this is not the one. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did I do there? Edit, redo. No, no, I need that back. Come on. Give that to me, please. Okay, okay, I'll just take this one since I have it. Patch. There we go. And I need the board URL. Not the board URL, the ID. Patch. There we go. And yeah, that should be it. 76, cool. And now I need the no ID, which is 68C. Patch 68C. FB4. FB4 68C. Cool. Brilliant. Here we go. Now let's do that and see if this good boy works. Alright, so now I should get an updated thing, okay, because the note ID and the board ID is correct. I should get it updated successfully. Yeah, cool, updated, which so instead of 68C M3, I should see 68C M3 updated. Let's check this out. And 680, yeah, here we go. That's updated, which is awesome. Right, now I need to check if the patch note. So if I give it a wrong ID, which is 1234, then now it should not go through. It should say note not found. Note not found. Voila! Boom! There we go. Okay, so this is working. I think we should leave it until here for today. and since it's just 4 minutes left to go. Okay, cool. So board not present. I don't need this comment anymore. There's still a lot of refactoring to do, to be honest, I'm thinking. Yeah, anyway, but that's just an ongoing process because it can always be improved. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is, which branch am I in? Stable backend, cool. So why isn't this being included in Gigno samconfig.toml? I'm pretty sure I added it. Samconfig.toml. Yes, why isn't this being included? Relative path. Okay, we'll add this one. Right. So that's how it's basically done. So now it's actually included in the ignore, which is why it's not pairing again. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna just see the changes that I made. Okay, yeah, this one I made, and then is board update present? Yeah, I'm checking the board is there. If it's not, then just a board not found, and if the note isn't there, just say note isn't found. Case for yeah, cool, perfect. All right, time to submit the changes. Add commit note date note to update no validation. Don't update. Don't update. Notif board and on uh, found. Don't update notes if board or notes are not found. Cool. So, so this should basically do it for us. Push. Perfect. Right, so that's done. Fantastic. Right, guys, that was a pretty good session. Thanks for tuning in. Was it productive session? To be honest, we got, I think, two more validations for updating notes done in this one, and yeah, I mean, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Same time at 9:30 Melbourne Australian time, and if you can make it, fantastic. And yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves and see you tomorrow at same time, same place, and different task. All right, catch you guys later. Have a good night.